G'day, Harry Houdini here from Australia, and look, I'm going to review this. This is the one I'm going to build. Yeah, that and some photo etch from Eduard. So let's get on with it. Alright, let's have a look inside the box. And it is a big box. Look at that. It is huge. It doesn't even fit inside my screen. It's enormous. But look at that lovely rendition of the battleship Arizona. Isn't she lovely? And, you know, big explosions coming out there from the front turrets and the guns. It's just magnificent. And that was one of the things that attracted me to this kit. I really like the box art. And that's, you know, it's amazing how box art plays a big factor in whether you'll buy or not, you know. So there you go. On the sides of it, well, you know, there's pictures there of the ship all painted up there and the hairy planes. There you go. And, you know, a bit of blurb on the sides just telling you what it is. Basically it's the same either end by the looks of things. Oh goodness me, it's so big. And then on this side you've got you know, you've got a little bit of stuff there telling you about it, you know, a little bit of history just to get you excited, to wet your whistle. And another picture, and then some instructions there. You've got to be 14 years or over before you do this. Do not float it in the bathtub. Do not start World War III. The usual stuff, you know, the usual stuff. So there we go. It's a nice box, and it's big. It's bigger than my Graf Spee box, which I was quite amazed with. And yet inside it's got these little bosses of cardboard. So you think, what? It's all been, you know, it's a rip-off. It's just got waste, but no. That's actually protecting the hull, which is in there. Now we'll get to that in a sec. Let's start looking at a few other things, shall we? There's so much here. Now I did buy Eduard. If you've been watching my posts, I'd looked at Tom's. Tom's makes some fabulous stuff for the Graf Spee, for the Arizona. Yes, it's not German. Achtung. Now look. Tom does some wonderful stuff, and I'd have to buy 2 different sets off him to fully detail up this. Now his stuff was probably suited more the earlier incarnations. If you've seen my previous video, and I suggest you do, go and have a look at the Scuttlebutt one about the Arizona. There's quite a lineage here. Supposedly a copy of Revell, wrong scale. I think they got kind of based it on that. But then the Trumpeter model first came out, but it had a few problems, you know, and I know Eduard did photo etch for that, and I think Tom's photo etch is pretty well based on that model. That was reincarnated 2 or 3 times, and eventually they spat out this Hobby Boss version that I have now, which has had a lot of corrections, a lot of fix-em-ups, and it's better, okay? So I'm told. We'll find out as we build it. Anyhow, Eduard, I settled on Eduard for a very simple reason. When I made the Graf Spee, I went cheap and I bought MK1, which seemed okay. And it was right. Oh, did I show you these? I bought these. Mr. Master Barrel. Master. Okay, so some beautiful little turned 14-inch replica scale barrels. Goodness me, put your teeth in, Harry Houdini. And there's the little arm in there, the 5-inch ones. They're kind of tiny, little brass ones. And there's some other little weeny little tiny ones there, which, well, I don't know if I'll go that far because you have to drill such minute holes to make them happen. And on the Graf Spee, I kind of did the first and secondary armament, but when it came to the really little stuff, I found that was just a little bit too much for my eyes. Now that was the bill, you don't want to see that. Instructions. Oh look, let's go to the colour first, hey? Now you get, in this kit, you get colour. Look at that. Stereophonic, widescreen, surround sound, colour. Isn't it lovely? Alright, so that gives you an idea. But look, let's face it. Battleships are grey on the top, they're red on the bottom, and the decks are sort of tan. Ugh. Yeah. Look, if you build these kind of ships, you know, there's tiny details that you can always put in. And strictly speaking, everything's grey. But look, I've seen people paint these planes up really nicely and do different things with them. So I will research the hairy planes and see what we can do to make them look a bit more spiffing. They've got a few different colour call-outs here. And look, I'm going to ignore all that. Because there's a body of research now that says the Arizona was kind of a shade of blue. Yes, I am not kidding. There's, it may have been painted up grey later on, and maybe that's the colour it was when it was sunk at Pearl Harbor. Who knows? The damn thing's under a whole ton of water, and it's been repainted and barnacled and rusted since then. But there is a thought, and there is some evidence to say the colour scheme was a little bit different. It was actually quite blue. So I'm going to do a bit more research on that, and I'll come back and find out what colours things should be. But anyhow, it's nice that they give you this lovely big stereophonic surround sound colour scheme. Okay, instructions. Again, you get the artwork in black and white. You get the do's and don'ts, you know. Don't stick the model to your face, you know. Do not point it in someone's ear. You know, the usual sort of stuff. Okay, you get a lovely big sprue map. Look at that. Okay. It's all fully numbered, and now there's not a lot of parts on this kit. It's not anywhere near the complexity of the trumpeter one, and it won't be anywhere near what Dragon does, and you know, some of the other beautiful ships that you can buy out there. And it doesn't need to be. We've got Eduard. Eduard's solving that problem. Look at that. Eduard's going to put all the itty bitty bits in, so we don't have to worry about that. We can just have a nice simple plastic build. It's easy, okay? So there you go. All right. And that's what I've just said is reflected. You know, it's not much to it. It's a nice simple build, and I don't mind that. I really don't. I don't mind that being a nice easy build. You know, who needs complexity in their life? Which way are we going? I'm backwards. It's all upside down. It's upside down, Miss Pat. Australian viewers will get that one. Hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, Australian viewers will get that one. So there you go. See, there's not a lot. It's a pretty easy build, you know. And I don't mind that. I really don't mind. I've done the Dragon thing where everything had 15 bloody gluable bits and you had to squeeze it all together using a friggin' magnifying glass. I've done that. And that's all well and good, and that's a lot of fun, and you know, and you're tested with your modelling skills with that sort of thing. But I want to enjoy this build. I just want to have some fun. I just want... Now, enough of that, Harriet. You don't waffle on about your psychological problems. Nobody cares. Leave that for the therapist. That's what you're paying for. Okay. Well, let's have a look in here. Nice big sturdy box. Okay. And I'm wobbling the camera. Oh, God, there's an earthquake. We had an earthquake the other week. In Australia, we don't have earthquakes here. We're essentially not on a fault line. No, it's not California. You know, it's not that kind of part of the world. We might be on the Pacific Rim, but the actual fault line's way out at sea. You know, it's way out there in the Fiji Islands or something. We had an earthquake just outside of Rocky, I think, Rockhampton, somewhere out there. I actually felt it. I was sitting in here inside, and everything started shaking, and I thought, bloody hell, that curry I had for lunch has had a little bit of a disagreement with the stomach. But no, we had an earthquake. Quite incredible. Anyhow, nothing was broken here. And there was only, you know, some little old lady's porcelain cat fell off a shelf somewhere in, you know, Yeppoon or something. So there's the, that's a little boxy thing that is protecting the whole kit. And something inside there. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, there's something in there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think that's a stand. Yes. But we probably won't use that because I'm a sort of big fan of waterline myself. And I'd like to diorama this. Well, seorama. Seascape. That's it, isn't it? Seascape. Yeah, not Netscape. Do you remember Netscape? Netscape was great. Still around. Yeah. It's called Firefox now. All right. That one's empty. Right. Nothing in that one. You know. Nothing there. Okay. Do not use as a sexual device. Oh, dear, we've gone R-rated again. Sorry. Put the kiddies to bed. You know what Ariadne's like. I have a foul mouth. Now, here she is. And she is not huge. She is not huge at all. I'd run the tape measure over that, but I don't know where I've put it. But it's not big. That's got to be smaller than Grash Bay. Hang on, just wait there a sec. I'll get the Grash Bay. Right, I'm back. Don't panic. Look, Grash Bay. Now, look at that. Oh, there's not much in it. There's a 15th. There's a 15th, you know, from, you know, ½ inch, 1 centimetre. Not much. It's about the same size. Look at that. And this is, you know, a pocket battleship. But beam, that's the thing. Beam, you know, the width. That's beam, isn't it? Not beam me up, Scotty, but, you know, ship beam. Well, Grash Bay's only dry fitted, so Careful there, Harry Houdini. It could all end in tears. Now we'll just put him out the way. We don't need him. Garage bay's all dry fitted and put together because we got a new cabinet. Yay! Really good. We assembled it from IKEA. It took us 90 minutes. So excited. Put it up, polished and cleaned all the glass. We checked out the dimensions. A friend picked it up for me. I checked the dimensions online, and worked out that although it wasn't wide enough, the width and the depth, I calculated hypotenuse using mathematics. Did you know I got a degree in mathematics? I do. But anyhow, anybody can do that. Worked out the hypotenuse. Yep, there would be at least a centimetre either side. Grass bay would fit diagonally in there. Terrific. And I will show you a photo. Now, if you have a look here, you'll see she sticks out on the left-hand side that little bit. If you're unpacking this kit, cut the sticky tape. Yeah, don't bugger it up. Look, there you go. Just like that, eh? Just like a used condom. Oh, there we go again. Look, sorry. So this is typical of trumpeter. You get a nice grey upper hull, and then the lower part is red. And voila, you can lift it off for waterline, which is what I like. I like to do waterline. Now I don't know if there's a plate that goes on here for strength. Oh, we might not need it. Look at this. Look at that. And there. That is clever because there was a lot of flex in the garage bay, but it came with a bottom plate that you had to glue in, which therefore gave it a bit more rigidity. But even so, I regretted not adding extra bracing, because later on after the deck was on and you're trying to fit things, you're kind of badoing, she has a springiness. And I know I watched a great set of videos of Guido Hopp, and he made a grass bay, the Academy version, mind you, and he put all the extra bracing in, and he said do that because otherwise there will be too much springiness and give and it'll make it hard. He was right. So that's a good trick. We'll do that when we build this. But that's pretty rigid. Look, that part of the deck is built in. Isn't that interesting? Now the diehards will probably go, oh no, why isn't it all separate? That doesn't worry me. I'm happy with that. I really am. Because that's given it the strength that it needs. And actually, the whole springiness problem, I might do like a white glue fit and put the deck pieces in and see how strong they are. But I think that actually solves your whole flexi problem, because that is really quite stiff. Now detail. If you aren't going the Artworks, well, Pontos, although I couldn't get a Pontos one. Artworks do make a wood veneer deck for this, but there's a bit of detail in there. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see? Is it showing up? Who knows? I'll do some photos. That's the best way, because with video, when you're moving around, the auto correcting focus softens everything out. That's why photos are so much better, because photos don't move. Photos are also high definition. But anyhow, I won't get into all the technology about all that. Oh, look at this. You can put it in your bathtub, you can put batteries in, you can whack a motor in it. Look, and there's even little slotty bits here, so you could have put that in. That must be a hangover from somewhere. This is like old Tamir stuff, So you could float this sucker in your bathtub, and you could probably make it radio control if you like. How about that? Well, I'm not going to do that. No, well, my bathtub's not very big. I've only got a shower, actually. Yeah, I could probably go down to the creek and put it in there, but the platypus would probably try and bloody eat it. They'd chase after it and bolt it with their bills. All right, so don't need that bit. That I am impressed with, okay? The fact that it's strong and it's rigid solves a lot of problems that you have when you're building kits. And I know it simplifies things. That doesn't worry me. I don't need things to be overly complicated. I want to build my kit, enjoy it, and I want to be able to make it, come alive as much as possible. And I can do that with, if I want to put a wood veneer deck on. But look, there are planks marked on this thing. There is detail. Admittedly, they do do it back to front. They raise the plank joints to give you the detail. Now, there is a way around that to make it look good, and I did that on my Airfix kit. And it's an old trick. You could probably dry brush, that's the way you do it now. The old trick is you actually got a little bit of boot polish on cotton bud. First you paint it tan, then you get a little bit of boot polish on your cotton bud, and you smear it on and wipe it off. And the brown boot polish gives you exactly the look you want for a weathered deck. See, some of the old tricks are the best. All right, come on, let's get on with this. Oh, God, we haven't even got into the packets yet. Now, I have the scissors ready, so here we go. It's open now. If you change your mind and want to use another GB, you're stuffed, Harry Houdini. It's open. So let's have a look. We've got all the little boats. All right, now I've got all the things to put in there from Eduard to make that better. Cranes, there's one of the planes. You know, bit of injection something or other. Is that an injection problem, or I don't know. We can sand that off. That's not a problem. And we've got some, that's the secondary armament by looks of things. Of course, I'll be taking all those barrels off and putting in my nice little master barrels. So that's not an issue. And there's one of the main turrets. And look, I think, and I will check back on the video play because I've only got my glasses on. I'm staring at an iPad on the side of a bloody table and I'm wobbling. But I think that looks quite good. Okay, so I'll do photos at the end and we can have a good look at this together in detail. But that sprue looks okay. There's another one identical to it. So 2 sprues and more about the boats. And they're okay, you know. It's not super detailed, but it's okay. It'll wash, it'll weather, it'll paint. And as I said, we've got Mr. Eduard, he's helping us out. So, you know, you've got everything you need to build a good kit. Now, I probably could have got this for a couple of shekels less. And I found that out later on. But, that wouldn't have been from my local friendly hobby store with the guys that I know and trust and that I can go to if I have any problems, and they'll help me out. And they give me discounts every now and then when they can. So, you know, it's around swings and roundabouts. So I didn't pay for postage. I was able to find it on the shelf, buy it that day, take it home, all the fun and excitement. Now, when you order online, it's lottery. You know, you don't know. I got to open this in the store. I got to have, you know, I looked at the artwork and it looked good and I thought, don't know, Hobby Boss, let's have a look. You know, heard some stories, looked on scalemates.com, seemed okay, but opened it in the store, had a look inside, I was happy. Now, you can't do that if you buy an Evil Bay. You know, you just don't know. So, I bought it. Now, if I got it home and I changed my mind, I probably could have gone back to the store, you know, as long as I didn't open any plastic parts and just gone, look guys, not real happy. And I would say they would have given me a credit and I could have got something else. As long as I spent money with them, they'd probably be fine. So look, here's our little deck pieces, and again, I'll do photos later. But look, if you were going to use their chains, and I won't, I will replace change, I'll scrape all that off. It's, you know, it's not too bad. So I'll just show you this quickly, but there's little planky things there, which you could sort of do a little bit of dry brushing or do my little trick with a cotton bud, and they'll come up okay. So, all right, not too bad, not too bad. But we'll do photos. We won't spend forever. Now this is obviously that section for the midships, right? And this is okay, perfect fit. Oh, yeah, bloody hell. If I wasn't so fumbly, it may need a little bit of cleaning up. No, it doesn't. It just needs a little bit of harrying. No warping, nothing. Everything's flat, everything's strong. This is going to be a nice firm model. I'm sorry, I'm wobbling the table because I'm doing something new. I've got the little stand for the iPad on the table. Normally I have it on the floor. But now you don't need to know my technical problems. So it's just another earthquake. Just another... No, look, that's great. Look at that. Perfect fit. No problems at all. All the injection marks and everything are on the bum side. So the good side's good. No, look, it's all right. It's what it is. It's a good kit. You could build this out of the box and you'd be quite happy. You know, if you can go down to Walmart, spend $13 and buy that Revell kit and build it, as some people have, out of the box, and they have been thrilled. If you were thrilled with that, this would blow your mind. So there's more parts. You know, that's the underside of some little crow's nesty things for, you know, and a bit of bridge architecture there, and there's some cranes. They're not too bad for what it is. And there's our turrets, and I bet you there's things in there from Eduard that are going to spruce them up. Now, I don't know about blast bags. I haven't done that before. Something I'd like to try. I'd like to sort of putty up and make some blast bags. I know that'll fix your armament in a certain position, but I'm not too worried about that. I'd be quite happy to do the blast bag thing for a change, because I've never really done that. I think it'd look good. Didn't need it on the grass today. They didn't really sort of have blast bags. I researched it and all the photos didn't show any. So there we go, there's another sprue. That's all looking fine, you know. Oh, there you go. That's you, Peter. Look, stop sending me pictures of buddy tanks on fire and flamethrowers and pink elephants. Oh dear. Tell you what, all this YouTubing now. I've got 130 subscribers now. How about that, hey? It was only a month ago. I think there was like a couple of dozen people used to watch my videos and we were all happy, you know. Now, oh, there's squillions of you. And you know, so many of my clips now have also exceeded 100 views. Well, look, thank you. If you really have got the time to watch my videos and you know, get into them, well, I'm chuffed. I'm happy. I'm impressed. That's the funnel. Look. You know, Peter, stop texting me. Oh dear, I'm going to turn him off. He's just too noisy. Yes. So, Peter, I've seen you flamethrow things. I do not need to see them again. Anyhow, we digress. Oh, Peter, he hasn't been the same since he won this bloody GB that he put a big pink Pink Panther Jeep in. You know, he's never been the same. Oh, we've missed something out of this box. What else is there? Now, they didn't... I'm not going to take these out, but look, you get flags and you get a few stickery things, but I'm not too worried about that. I've got some leftover marks for the side of the hull, because you know on the side of your hull you have you know, your depth marks, your water marks. I've got a whole ton of those lying around. I got some with a Pontos kit. There already were some with a Grush spay. I don't think they're in German. I think that the numbers are the same. So you know. So there you go. Look, those portholes look nearly drilled out. They're pretty well recessed. I'm wondering if I would really need to drill them out. Look how deep they are. I'm wondering if they'll just take a wash. Don't know. Have to look into that. You know, I reckon they'll just take a wash and they'd look great, because they're nicely recessed little portholes down there. But knowing me, I probably will get out the pin vise and I will drill the little suckers out. All right, that's enough of that. Eduard, let's have a look at Eduard. Now, what I love is the instructions, which generally follow the same logic and the same order as the instructions in the plastic kit. That's if you buy the right one for the right one, of course. You don't do what I did with the Grush spay. So, move over here, you. Basically, this is Eduard for Hobby Boss Arizona, and this one's stamped 2012 on all the Eduard brass sprues. It's a 2009 Arizona, so I'd say they have had 3 years to get it right. They should have got it right by now. But as you can see, there's a lot going on there. You know, there's typical Eduard. You know, there's very clear instructions. Replace this, cut that, put this here, do that there. You know, no going up, no going down, no going sideways. And we have pages upon pages. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look, there's more than half a dozen sides and things. There's probably 8 or 9 steps. There's a lot going on. Eduard gives you little cards for each one, and I've said before they are terrific to put on your cutting mat, and you can cut on the card, which stops all that bounciness. You're better off cutting on glass, always. Glass is the preferred thing to cut photo etch, I've found. But there you go, it's Eduard, it's beautiful. Everything's there, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Can you see it? I can't, I'm looking sideways on a bloody iPad, I don't know what's there. Let's have a look, what is it? Well, there's things. There's superstructure things, and there's cranes, and there's a bit of bridge stuff there, and oh, there's all kinds of lovely things. And what have we got here? We've got chains and lifeboats. Chains and lifeboats. Lifeboats and all the motorboat stuff was in a separate sprue with Tom. And I thought that's a bit weird. These boats look very big, don't they? Have I got the right one for the right kit? They look huge. They look enormous. We'll have a look at that. There must be big boats on this thing. Are they? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, they are big. Yep, they're that big. Oh well, they obviously decided if they were going to get off and everyone's life was at stake. That's a very big launch. That is a big rowing boat. There's going to be a few sort of sailors rowing away. Anyhow, we digress. We go on. Look what we've got here. We've got some lovely little. They look like launch cranes for the aeroplanes, and there's a crow's nest, and there's all kinds of little wiggly bits and curvy bits, and oh look, it's all there. Isn't it terrific? And last one, it's got some really tiny stuff. I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. There's gangplanks and there's stairways, and there's looks like little portholes and all kinds of things there. We'll have a look at that later. There's divots there for the lifeboats as well. But there's some. When it gets too tiny, my eyes can't cope, so I'll only go as far as I need to. So 4 sprues of brass for Eduard, and a comprehensive set of instructions. In fact, there are more instructions for the brass than there was in the kit for the plastic, but that's okay. That's all right. That's a lot of fun. And we've got our barrels, and if we choose, we'll get that Artworks deck. Can't source one in Australia. I've tried. No one's got one. So I would have to go to Hong Kong. And I've been assured by many of you that Hong Kong's okay. Hong Kong Fui, perfectly trustworthy. You can basically order from him. So we might do that. All right, well, look, this has gone on long enough. That's all I've got to say about Mr. Arizona, right? Mr. Arizona, isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? I think this is going to build up into a mighty kit. And I'm very happy that I've got it. And I might have paid a few shekels more, but that's okay. All up, it's cost me less than the garage pay. I'll have a lot of fun. And we will start this when the GB starts in September. So, that's about it. That's all we can say. Can't say any more. That's enough. All right, well, I'll see you next time. We'll probably get on with the Skyhawk. We're still building that aeroplane. So that's it for today. It's goodbye from Australia, and it's hooroo from Harry Houdini.